I did. I started it.
Hi, welcome to Josh Knows Nothing podcast. The cast is currently intoxicated, so this is Emily. I'm starting it out.
How dare you?
With me,
How
I have
dare you?
Reveal my condition.
I have Josh,
That's me.
Anna,
What's up?
and Alex.
She's not gonna say anything.
You expect me to introduce myself?
What do we have today, Josh?
Hello. We have nothing planned for you today, which is why we're doing it last minute. You know what?
Isn't that how we always do?
I've got a busy life. Okay.
Nobody's judging you.
I am.
I'm tired of everyone judging me.
I'm judging him.
Judging you.
I'm judging him right now.
Well, now I'm judging you.
I went to bed at like 10 last night and I woke up at 2 today.
That's accurate.
Wow.
Yeah.
Are you?
I think it's the depression.
Do you talk to your doctor lately?
I should. I probably should.
I guarantee you, it's because his back is out.
Yeah, my
He
back's all
refuses
messed
to go
up.
to the chiropractor. It's a whole
Oof.
Yeah, I'm gonna go. I
She
just-
closes at 7.
No, you go to the doctor for that, and then they prescribe you opioids.
That's not how that works.
Oh,
Anywho,
your back hurts? Here's some crack cocaine.
Actually, did you know when they do like any sort of sinus surgery, they used to pack it with cocaine.
That's
The
dope.
diluted version of it.
Huh.
It would like constrict the vessels and keep it from bleeding too much.
Well, that'll do
Fun
it.
fact for the day. Anywho,
There you go. Cocaine is a miracle drug.
No. Okay,
Oh,
what's up? what are we looking at?
Okay, so the first thing I got is
the worst
Well,
play in NFL
we've got
history.
okay. I'm a Colts fan. All right. You know, you can hate me for it,
Nobody
I
hates
do.
even
you
judge
for
me
it.
for it.
I do.
Here's the thing.
But okay.
Nobody hates Colts fans. But Colts fans hate the Patriots fans for some reason.
Because okay, well, first of all, when Peyton Manning and Tom Brady, those showdowns, those were always like the best games.
Well, I know because
then,
Tom
like,
Brady's
once-
the best.
Once false. He's not.
Well, who's retired and who's not?
He had neck
Oof.
surgery, okay? Right.
Boo-hoo, cry me a river.
Anyway, the Colts, they God. In week 6 against the Patriots, of course, and what is it, 2015?
Yeah.
They had this 4th down trick play. They were trying to confuse the Patriots. Okay? Cuz it's 4th down and 3, and if they get them off sides, they'd get a first down, right? So like that's where they got to go. All right? So they had this
To
grand
the 40-yard line?
to the 40-yard line. Right now they're at the fucking, 3 yards before that. They're at the 37.
7.
So they have like a good punter, Pat McAfee at the time. So he could have pinned them like deep into their own territory or whatever. But for whatever reason, they decided to do this.
Practice all those throws. Uh-oh.
Yeah. Now we've got on a 4th down.
What the hell is this?
Okay. So I'm going to pause it there. All right. So they were all on the line like normal, like they were going to punt it. All right. Well, over half, except for 2 guys, went all the way over to the right side of the field. All right. The Patriots players are like, okay, what
What's happening?
the fuck is this? But I mean, there's just by looking at that, should you hike that ball?
No, not at all. Here's what should have happened. They should have had everybody over here, and then one dude
All the way over there?
over there.
No. Well, the
So,
thing
like,
is,
on the
everyone
20
can
and then
You can at
clearly
least
see
do a handoff or something over there.
they clearly left the ball like right here.
Yeah, that's
It's
what
not
I
a
don't
secret of where the
understand.
ball's at. And in the NFL, only certain people can be receivers. You can't have anyone just catch the ball like that. You can't just have like one of these guys. They have
Wait.
to come into the game and be like, "Hey, I'm a receiver."
I even love how the safety's back here, like,
That's not even the safety. That's the punter.
Why
oh god,
were they
damn.
confused? Why did they all move?
Okay, I'll explain why they did this and why they.
Wait, so they moved their entire defensive line.
And
No, okay, they're on-
I don't know
they're on
anything about
offense,
football.
dude. That's why I'm
so,
confused.
So what happened is it's on 4th and 3. So they're about to if they have to kick the ball or they could go for 3 or 4th down. But if they don't get it, then the Patriots get the ball right here, which means they only have to go like right over here to get the touchdown. So what they're trying to do is confuse them and draw them off sides, right?
But-
and here this is so they all moved over. And let me continue.
Here we go.
You got Griff Whalen.
He's like,
He'll snap it. Actually, Colt Anderson is behind him.
He's just amazing.
It wasn't even a snap.
Flag is down.
Did they lose yards for that?
Yeah, no, it was fourth down. So what? Remember how I said that if it's fourth down, they get the ball where they're at? That the Patriots get the ball now.
And there's
Because it was fourth down.
there's a flag on the play.
Yeah.
Wow.
You tell
Look at
me.
him.
Look, the coach is like, what the?
He's like, what just happened?
Illegal formation.
Illegal formation.
The line was not on the line of scrimmage. Offense. This penalty is declined. The result of the play is first down for New England.
Dude, if I was him, I'd have been like, yes.
No way possible.
Wow.
That they should have snapped that ball and tried to sneak it. There were 3, 4, 5 guys around 2 players. That was insane.
Look at it. Watch, it's not even a snap.
What are you doing here? I mean, they don't even try to run a play.
He just got completely
just-
overwhelmed.
It's so funny.
Piled on top.
Look, he just hands it to him and then doesn't let go.
Okay. You see how confused he was that he had the ball? Yeah. So what was supposed to happen was he was supposed to do like a call it off like he was gonna get the ball. You know, like like get the ball to him, and it was supposed to draw the Patriots off sides because they're so confused they don't know what's happening. And so like when you see him get that ball there, you see how the initial like, oh shit.
Yeah.
And he immediately just goes down. He's not supposed to. He's not supposed to. They weren't supposed to hike it. That was the whole point. And then what was going to happen was once the timer hits like 2, they were going to call a timeout and just like kick the ball like normal. But instead of doing that, the guy hiked the ball like an idiot, and then the dude
like,
just got swarmed. So
I love it so much.
yeah.
Wow.
It's so
I
bad.
just like watching it live. This is all you see.
Uh-oh.
Yeah.
When I was watching, I'm like, wait,
Now we've
what the
got
fuck's
I
that?
love how this guy.
It's just like, what is this?
down and
This
3.
guy's just like, what? Okay, I guess I'm gonna stay here.
Griff Whalen ready to take the snap.
Wow.
And
He'll snap it. Actually, Colt Anderson is behind.
and then he's immediately brought down. So there you
And
go.
there's what? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
But at the end of it, all of these guys are on this one dude. So,
There's anywhere from 5 to 7 Patriots
yeah.
attacking this man.
Wow.
God. So yes, I am a Colts fan.
It's a sad, sad moment in your
yeah.
history.
Yeah, and this is like when we had this was when Andrew Luck was still on the team. So Andrew Luck never beat the Patriots. But look how like we were always close, but he never beat them. And then he retired. And now
Oof.
here we are. All right.
Here we are.
That's enough of that. That's
Tom Brady's still kicking.
yeah.
I literally
I just
do
like
not
rubbing it
remember
in.
how we opened this at all.
I don't either. Did we already talk about how you were drinking?
Yeah.
Did we?
Oh,
Okay,
Emily
that's
did. That's
good.
right. Emily started.
Yeah, okay, that's good.
Okay, now we have. Okay, so we did talk about this Tom Cruise 2020 video a while
Hold on,
ago.
before we get to that. You're just trying to rush through. We only have 3
No,
things here.
I was just fine.
How dare you?
God, can't do anything right.
Now it's awkward.
You're
Alex,
making it.
how was your day?
My day was all right. I'm just staving off, existential dread as usual.
Okay. So yeah, normal.
You know,
Hey, we had a good day.
I don't know. I still want to die. So
I want to die.
I have crippling depression.
Lots of social anxiety. You know.
We're an anxious bunch.
Okay, you're not actually saying anything. I don't know. Emily, how was your guys' day?
It was nice.
Oh my god.
I'd like to take a
spent-
moment.
Do you want to know what we did?
yes.
Is that
What happened?
Oh,
Like, tell me
okay.
a little bit about it.
Well, we spent time with my parents and my brother.
Fun.
We cleaned the house.
Fun.
That's it.
That was about it. Yeah.
That's all we did.
Jesus, we're so
Hey,
boring.
what time is it?
I had a
What
good
time are we
weekend,
in?
What did you? What
We're
did you
9
do,
minutes
Anna?
in.
We're 9 minutes in. I'd like to give a special shout out to Tyler. I'm talking directly to you now. Why? Why have you done this to me?
Yes, Tyler was supposed to be a guest tonight.
Okay, that wasn't like official.
Fuck you, Tyler. This is a
Wow.
straight shot across the bow. A warning shot
You only
That
get so many chances.
that if you ever,
Okay.
if,
If
ditch again.
he didn't want to come this time, he's really not going to want to come now.
I know he doesn't listen to these. I talked to him
Anyway.
about things that we talk about on the podcast, and he doesn't like,
oh,
oh
that's
yeah,
funny. I never thought about that. It's like, oh, so you never listened to it.
So
exactly.
Anna's going to tell us about her weekend.
Thank you, Emily. I went to go see Mansfield's Theater 166, their production of Sweeney Todd, on Saturday, and it was really well done. Like, for being like a second stage production.
Why you got to
I
make us
enjoyed
look like amateurs over here? You got to like really.
Yeah,
just,
you're talking about all these high
flaunting us.
class. Like,
She has
You were supposed to come with me, so we're not even going to talk about that.
I have parental duties.
I'm not even going to talk about it. So I did that on Friday, and then on Saturday, next week I'm going to be house sitting for my friend while she's on vacation. So last night we had crochet and hung out, and I got to spend some time with her dogs, so that way they won't hate me while I'm house sitting for her.
Oh,
So
that's cool.
that'll be fun. They're super adorable. They're 3 little chihuahuas.
Oh no.
I like how you
They're
said that
so cute.
you don't want them to hate you. I imagine them like tricking you to go
Well-
outside and locking you out of the house.
No. Like, Chuchi is her oldest one. Like, he's almost 12.
Why Chuchi? Why?
Like my Chuchi Witchy face is how it started. Like, that's how they named him. But he's super adorable. He's like missing most of his teeth though because he's so old. And then they have another one named Romeo and another one named Audrey. So she's got 3 little chihuahuas, and they're so cute. Literally, I don't even
Especially
like chihuahuas,
the teethless
but I love
one. I
hers.
like this. I think
Aw.
that one's probably really cute.
Actually, he sounds like you know in Grown Ups how like they have the dog that they removed the voice box from. So he just like "Wah." Like that's what he actually sounds like when
Sounds
he
like
barks.
a duck.
Yeah, he actually sounds like a turkey when he barks. Yeah, he's like, "Wah."
Which is
So-
somehow worse, I think.
And like if you howl, then it's almost like he has a compulsion to howl with you. So if you're like, "Oh," then he automatically starts doing it. It's so cute.
It's just like such a sharp sound. It's bark,
Yeah,
bark,
kind of,
bark, bark.
kind of. Except he's like a little old man chihuahua
Yeah.
chihuahua voice. It's really cute.
Oh.
So we did that yesterday and hung out, and then today got to see my friend Diana for lunch, and now I'm here with you guys. So I actually had like a productive weekend.
Wow, look at you being a normal member of society.
Yeah.
And you watched Joker and you still haven't shot anyone.
No?
Yet.
Am I
I
supposed
mean,
to?
you shot some people dirty looks.
Am I the
But
it's accurate.
there you
But am I the kind of person that you think would be
I heard you do-
triggered from the
I heard you
Joker?
do that laugh.
go. Yeah.
It was way too close.
We've tried. What is it? Is this our third time trying to record this?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness! Yeah, we're like 17 minutes into one, and we just said,
Couldn't do
"Okay,
it.
this is awful."
Then
And
Josh,
honestly, people are gonna listen to this like, "Well, why didn't you do that again?"
then Josh recorded us singing, and
Yeah, well, that one was good.
no, it wasn't.
So, Josh, did you tell about your weekend yet?
I didn't.
He slept.
I wasn't going to ask him. Were you going to ask him, Anna?
Nope.
Okay.
Okay,
Let's continue.
that's just
But
rude.
because Emily did, let's hear
I
him
spent the
talk about it.
majority of my time getting yelled at from
Customers at
customers
Sprint.
at Sprint.
This weekend?
Yeah, he worked on
Yeah, I
Saturday.
worked yesterday.
Oh, I'm sorry to hear that.
Yeah, so I got to deal with that.
Mm-hmm.
You know, people coming in just.
Those nasty.
I love it when they come in and they're like, "Why is my bill like $15 higher?" And I'm like, "Oh, I can take a look at that for you." And I take a look at it, and it turns out that they ordered like a bunch of porn, and I can actually see like the videos that they chose. And you have the audacity to come in and yell at me when you know damn well that you were watching. And when
What do you tell them?
well, I'm like, well, it seems that you ordered some movies, and then they
I'm
immediately
telling
like,
you got to tell them adult content.
Well,
No, say-
she knew exactly what. It wasn't like a kid got on there and accidentally did it. She knew because she immediately like dropped her anger and just like, oh, okay. She knew exactly what it was.
Looks like
And
you
I'm
were looking
talk-
up
I know-
some. You looks like you were spanking real hard, ma'am. Like,
Man,
Okay, let's not say things like that, Alex.
Oh my God.
I'm just saying that. I'd shut him up.
Wow.
real
I know.
quick.
I
Not
even
safe
see
for
the
work real
titles of the
fast.
movies that they chose. One of them was Granny Facials.
No.
She was an older lady too.
No.
How gross is that?
What?
I'm like, you're coming in here and you're gonna yell at me.
You're gonna tell me that I'm wrong?
Yo, that shit's free on the internet and you're paying for it and you're gonna come in here and yell at me.
You should just say, was it like one of your kids or maybe your grandma? Like,
Maybe your grandma.
She didn't play it off. She knew it was her. Because I don't know who else watches that like Granny Facials besides like.
Okay, so what else happened, Josh?
I had another person come in with the same reason. And
Was it also Granny Facials?
More Granny Facials. Emily wants me to get off this.
I knew she was trying to steer you away.
I'm trying to segue
That's why
back
I
into it. All right, that's
You
enough.
think you're so hilarious.
I do.
All right.
Yeah.
Let's just keep going to this every now and then. Let's just ask a.
Hey, I actually have a topic for you.
You do?
I do.
But I wanted to do
What's
the
that?
questions.
Did you already start the question?
No. What is it?
Okay. It's kind of a weird one. It's very random, but I just
like
thought
it.
of it.
I like it.
So, weird cleaning remedies, like cleaning the house.
Mm.
Do you have one in particular?
I do.
What's that?
And I don't think it's commonly known either.
What is it? You tell.
Okay, so our sink,
Our sink.
and you know how our town's water is.
It's hard as shit.
Yeah, so it collects things really easily onto sinks.
Don't
So-
talk about our sink like that.
So
Talk
I
about the water, Alex.
How dare you?
so I thought, what if because I just happened to see it.
Mm-hmm.
What if I put car wax on our sink?
Does it create like a waterproof barrier?
It does.
Mm.
And it worked.
Oh.
I mean, it still happened, but it
Breaking
took
news.
a lot longer for it to happen.
You're a genius.
So
Well,
car
that's
wax,
like-
people.
Also, on that note, if your mirrors fog up in your bathroom, take Rain-X and put it on a paper towel and wipe it onto your mirrors.
Oh, I didn't think to put that on the mirror.
And it'll beat up instead of fogging up.
Awesome.
Shit. I guess I don't really have a lot.
It's because you don't clean.
Exactly.
magic
Filthy
I'll say
animal.
like some
Well,
avoiding cleaning. I would say if you shoot your load into the toilet, you can just flush it. I know some people use like socks and like things like that, but I mean
I
like
was going to go more along the lines of you found out that magic erasers work for both poop and chocolate on the walls. But
I did learn that. Okay, forget what I just said. I'm gonna go with that one instead.
And you know that
All
if,
right,
if
so-
you
are
just
gonna be
okay.
so disappointed.
So
If you
my
just-
kid got into like this is like back when he was like 2, and he had rubbed shit onto the walls, and he had like chocolate at some point, and also rubbed chocolate on the walls, right? So there's like shit and chocolate on the walls, and I'm trying to like get this cleaned up, you know, and I actually learned what was chocolate and what was shit by like how easy it was to clean it up with a magic eraser. And I can tell you after deep scientific analysis that chocolate is much easier to clean off the wall than shit,
yeah.
especially when it's been there for a few months.
Also,
Oh.
I'm just kidding. It wasn't there
also
before.
on a completely
Hey, none of you,
different
like,
note,
stop me.
I was about to. I was like, wait a minute.
on like a different note, if you have wood baseboard and you get like a gouge in it and you don't have the markers to clean it, you can use colored pencils to fill it in, so that way you can't tell that there's a gouge in it.
Oh yeah, my dad uses crayons sometimes.
Crayons work too.
Yeah.
Instead of having to do all that, you could move every time your house gets dirty. Just move into a new house because they have to clean it before they move out.
What are you, Jeff Bezos?
Also,
Clean up your island before you leave.
if you have fruit
Oh my God.
flies, take a pop bottle, empty it out, cut the top third of it off, where the spout is, flip it upside down, and put it back on top, and fill the inside of it with apple cider vinegar, and the flies will fly into it, and then they can't figure out how to get back out.
Wow.
You know, my cleaning tip is if you just leave your coffee tables and your coffee tables. God damn it, I
Coffee
fucked it up.
cups?
If you'll just leave your coffee cups on your desk, then you don't have to take them into the kitchen. There you go.
I
That's my
half
cleaning tip.
expected Alex's suggestion to be like, if you just get married, your wife will clean it all.
Wow.
Wow.
I honestly
He
thought
knows.
that he knows. Yep.
All right.
All right. Well, you want to move on to the questions then? I
Yeah,
think
let
we
me-
solved the world's cleaning problems.
All right. Let's just look for
Wait, there's a conspiracy theory one.
toilet paper. You do
Over.
over
It's
or
over.
under?
What are you, fucking
Always
animal?
over.
It's over.
Over.
Always over.
Always over.
Over.
There was a conspiracy theory one. Where is that?
The under works pretty well though.
Stop playing games.
I'm not playing games. You can go under and it's just you
No,
lift the
I mean,
balls
I mean,
and-
scroll up, and there was one on conspiracy theories.
what?
What are you thinking this question is?
The toilet paper?
Yeah, it's
Oh,
how you
water.
put it on the roll.
Yeah, dog.
Oh, I was talking about wiping.
Yeah, you big dumb idiot. Why?
Okay, wiping. You know.
This episode is way too much information.
Okay, for wiping, do you go over or under, Alex?
Wow.
For wiping?
Yeah.
You mean from behind or the front?
Behind or front? Yeah.
Jesus.
We
Behind.
don't. We don't need to talk about
No,
this.
You need
can we
behind?
please not?
Let's steer away.
Okay.
Please
Far
don't.
away.
I don't.
Have you ever tried the front?
Joshua,
Oh my god.
Honestly,
enough.
no.
You never have?
No, not
God,
even
my
after
relationship
Ethan
might
talked
end
about it.
tonight.
No.
Yeah, there you go. Ethan talked about it. It's not a big deal. Like, who the fuck's Ethan? Yeah.
Are we calling out HCH3? Is that
Yeah,
what's happening?
HJHG podcast. They have they talked about this in great length,
Yeah.
and it sparked a I often thought about it myself, like, because I've always done it.
Is it like one of those questions where you're like, when you sleep, what do you do with your tongue? And then when you go to sleep
No,
tonight, you're
well,
gonna
that's like-
you're gonna
What the
think
fuck?
about it, and you're gonna be like,
Did I-
where do I put my
Why
tongue?
would you do that to me?
No. That's like I asked her one time. I said, "Have you is it just me, or do you feel like there's a top and a bottom side to bread?"
You know, I explained that to my mom and my brother, and they started laughing at me. I'm like,
But it makes
hey,
sense, right?
It does.
Like when you make a sandwich, will you purposefully flip it so that way they line up?
yeah, like
Am
like,
are we
like
crazy?
one is a top and one is a bottom.
Yeah.
Like
oh,
in your
I never
mind.
really care. I just flop that shit on.
I've-
there.
No,
I've
because
flipped it around
okay, so the
sometimes.
way that
We're getting ahead of ourselves.
No, no, no,
Alex,
no.
I want you to answer this. You go around
Oh my god.
I already
go-
answered it. I always go from behind.
behind.
Oh my god.
Yeah. Why
have
would
you
I
ever,
not?
Have you tried it the other way?
I've never tried
Ever?
it the other
Emily,
way
we
because
should
that's
just
weird.
start
It's
our
too
own.
much
No, I tried
involvement.
it.
Apparently.
And it works. If I find doing both.
What if we just have two different conversations? And
Because we've already done that before. It sounds awful.
people
Yeah.
who are listening.
All you got to do is cut out their tracks, and we can
Yeah,
talk about what really matters.
There we go. Cut it out.
Wow.
There we go.
I see where we rate.
Well, if you're not going to contribute,
Yeah, but
I
theirs
just-
is going
I
to be
just
from
saw a
behind.
slap.
yeah, they're behind.
hardened
yeah,
me.
yeah, you can only do it one way. You don't want to do it the other. Anyway,
Next question.
you guys are no fun.
We're no fun.
How
How are we no fun?
Oh no, they're talking about poop. I don't want to be
I
involved
don't
with
give
this.
a shit if we talk about poop or not, but I really just don't feel like having the conversation on whether you wipe from front to back or back to front. I really couldn't give two shits. To be
but the
completely
audience cares. That's all they
You
actually
only
honest.
care
They
about.
really, honestly don't.
Well, you know what? You only need to give one
Is
shit.
nobody going to acknowledge my pun? Thank you, Alex.
Where is the strangest place you've urinated or defecated? Defecated.
Wait.
It's such a weird word.
I peed in a forest next to a golf course.
This question's boring because it's all
I
kind of.
don't really have any good answer for it.
Yeah. I mean, I've urinated in a helicopter
What?
in like a bottle.
Okay, that's
Because I'd be on like an 8-hour flight, and it's like I have nowhere to pee, so I just pee in the bottle and I throw the bottle out the window.
wow.
Then it hit some poor sad sap on the head. Yeah. What kind of secret society would you like to start?
This relates to an answer that I wanted to give about conspiracy theories.
Yeah,
Where did you see this?
Me?
I swear, when you first pulled this article up, I saw something about conspiracy theories.
Questions to ask a
No.
guy.
No,
Yes,
scroll
do
down,
it, do
Josh.
it, do it, do it.
Scroll down,
Scroll down.
you big dumb idiot.
Going.
Wait,
Stop.
stop.
It's like the third one down.
Secret conspiracy. Would you like to start? Okay,
Yeah.
that's what I read. Well, it's not going to be me starting it, but birds aren't real.
Oh my god.
And I don't know how many fucking times I have to tell everybody, birds are real.
How would they not real?
Birds are government drones that recharge by sitting on power lines.
I think we'd have to
God.
reach a whole new level with. Okay, there's one. Is a hot dog a sandwich?
Yes, you put it in a bun.
Yeah, buns are involved.
It's a sandwich.
It doesn't really matter the contents of the buns. It's long
But
as
it's a hot dog bun.
but
It
it's
doesn't
a
matter.
bun,
It's still a
though.
bun. It is something placed
You could
between
take
bread.
a slice of normal bread and put a hot dog in that. You know,
It's still
all
a
the
hot
poor
dog.
people out there.
Or
I'm
it's-
shouting you out. You know what I'm
Okay.
talking
It's
about.
still
You
a
got the
sandwich.
bread.
The key aspect of the hot dog is though that the two buns are attached. It's one piece of bread technically.
Yes, which you could do with.
But I wouldn't consider it a sandwich if they were to do the same thing with,
So-
both the pieces of bread are attached.
What happens if they break apart? Does it then become a sandwich?
Yes.
Wait, if is
That's
grilled
the defining factor.
is grilled cheese
But you could
considered
still-
a
okay.
cheese sandwich?
If you
Yeah.
take a normal slice of bread and you fold that over a hot dog, again, shouting out the poor people out there. They know they know what I'm talking
Why do you
about.
keep saying that?
Because they know what I'm talking about. When you have, because I just feel like rich people always have hot dog buns around.
Okay, here we go.
Jerome.
Here we go.
Jerome,
Listen,
go get hot
guys.
dog buns.
Guys,
And then they go
the
and
definition of sandwich in the Merriam-Webster dictionary is 2 or more slices of bread or a split roll having a filling in between.
Bullshit.
So yes, a hot dog
Bullshit.
is a sandwich.
Bullshit. That split roll, they fucking threw that in as extra. Bullshit.
Well, that's like they have open-faced sandwiches.
Look, I'm sorry that the government wants you to believe that hot dogs are sandwiches.
Alex,
But
how do you
this is
explain,
the same
Alex,
government that has fake
how do you
bird drones.
explain chickens?
How do
you
I explain chickens?
chickens? Like, if birds aren't real, how do you explain chickens and turkey, and like ducks, like fowl that we eat?
They're synthetically derived.
Oh my god, I can't.
what's the most imaginative insult you can come up with, Alex?
Imaginative?
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know. I can't come up with it on the spot.
You know what? There was a good one.
I had one where I kind of brought it up before. I guess it was kind of always like on myself, but if I wanted to tell somebody else this to kind of bring down their spirits, I would talk about how, I would hope that they, get married and have a wonderful life and have kids and just, living the best life possible. And then they would die in a car accident. And then when they're a ghost, they can come back and still see their family. But the ghost, since you're a ghost, you can't, talk to your wife or anything. And your wife will move on and she'll find
Are you
someone
secretly
else.
the Joker? Like, what is
Your
happening
wife
right
will
now?
find someone else. And basically, as a ghost, you're a cuckold to your family and you can't interact with them at all. But you see them living their life and your wife
Okay,
going to the Mandingo
no.
parties and
okay. This
Jeez.
just reached a really dark point. How about
wait, what?
a different
no one's gonna talk
question?
about that?
No.
Come on, I think that's a good one. That's fucked up, but
Wow, yeah.
a cuckold ghost. Come on,
I think we should talk about
cuckold ghost.
Wait,
I couldn't.
I
agree
have
more.
something to add to this topic.
Yes.
There's a subreddit called Rare Insults, which could very easily
Rare insults.
It could very easily answer this. This guy on YouTube, he says a pig's orgasm lasts for 30 minutes. And somebody replied to him and said, "Your wife is a lucky lady." And it's full of just wonderful. If Ray was a
Let's
spice,
be bullies.
if Ray was a spice, she would be flour.
Okay.
You know my favorite comments ever. When I'm on the topic of comments,
Yeah.
my favorite comments are those that are involved with like porn, like the videos like has a comment section. Those are always the best places to find like some of the because people notice like the weirdest things in like the video. Because there's like the one where she was like all the porn happened, right? But in the background there's like the Lego Millennium Falcon, and like people were talking just. The whole comment section was just talking about the Millennium Falcon rather than the porn. Like how great it was. It's like, yo, is that the $700 Millennium Falcon? Like, did they drop money on that?
Wow.
Like they were asking for it, and like if they're not going to use it or anything, and they should put it in a case and just. It's great.
Wow.
Obviously, you got in the gene pool when the lifeguard was on break.
Oh no. Oh God, that's rough. Wow.
What the fuck? There's one from like a text chain, and the guy at one point just says, "Fucking green bean ass looking bitch."
Oh my God.
Green bean? What?
Oh my God. There was one from the Bohemian Rhapsody movie, and I always forget it, but it is literally phenomenal. And I'm trying to find it.
There's a KKK video on YouTube, and in the comments it says they're just racist Boy Scouts.
What? Wow.
Oh my goodness.
All right, let's go back to them questions,
So-
dog.
All right, back to the question.
Oh,
I gotta try and find this.
there's some pretty intense videos on Reddit.
Yeah.
Yeah, there are.
Just watched a guy
I like there was an attempt. There's
go straight in with a kayak, and it like bottlenose down and flips completely
this
over.
one's a
Hey,
good one.
go back to the questions though.
So
Go back to the questions though.
wow.
Yeah, go back to
Go
the
back to the
questions,
questions.
Oh
though.
my
though.
God! Fine.
Joshua.
You can scroll down. There weren't too many that. Okay.
What movie would greatly be improved if it was made into a musical?
Wait.
Fury.
Schindler's List.
What would be the worst buy one get one free sale of all time?
Wait, the worst?
Yeah, or the best.
A gun with one bullet.
Oh no.
I'm sorry. No. I take it back.
Oh.
I take it back.
I
It's a noose.
found
That's the worst.
That's true. Because why would you have two?
Yeah.
Wow.
You can use nooses for other things
What
besides
on
hanging.
earth is this episode?
This is crippling depression.
It's evidence from my psychologist.
Wow. Okay, so the worst
It's my homework.
buy one get one free.
You're not wrong. I mean, that's the first thing that comes to my mind. Anything like that.
Wow. I don't even
I don't
know.
think what else.
The worst buy one get one. Like a
This is
a hooker.
I hate when we don't plan this ahead.
You know what
There's
I
just all
mean?
these long pauses. Oh, you said a hooker?
I know a
Yeah,
lot of
like, I
people
feel
that
like
would
that'd be really-
probably
'cause
like
you know,
two
like-
hookers.
They got to be real cheap anyway if they're willing to do a buy one get one free. I don't know.
No. I mean, when you're paying for a hooker, it doesn't really matter what you get. Really, at the end of the day.
Hold up. There's another question I see here. I gotta go. What is the funniest corporate / business script you've heard of? This one hits near and deep to me because it happened
What?
to the company that I work for.
Do tell.
Have I announced? Hopefully nobody knows what company I work
no,
for.
you don't have to say it. Just
Your
There
boss
was
will
there
tell
was a
us.
man
There was a man.
who worked for this company,
Yeah.
and he there was an email chain that got spread out.
Oh no.
They're saying, "Hey, I am insert business owner name here, and I need I'm in a board meeting right now, and I need like $1,000 in gift cards, and I need you to use your company credit card to buy these gift cards.
Oh my God!
So he does it. He falls for the scam. Now, mind you, the owner actually was in a board meeting at the time. So somehow this guy knew that the owner was in a board meeting, and then he impersonated, even though like the actual email address was like completely fucking wrong.
He's probably a member of the board.
But
He's like, I know how to do it.
Not only did he blow like $1,000 of company money, but then the scammer got him to use $1,000 of his own credit card.
Wait, what?
So this guy blew $1,000 in company money and $1,000 in his own money that the company did not reimburse him for. So he got totally fucked. I mean, it was really bad. And like, there's this whole thing about it. And there's this whole chain of emails of like, okay, everybody, nobody fall for this scam.
Oh my God.
He didn't get fired somehow.
That's because people fall for that stuff. They'll be like, hey, you just won $200 to Walmart. Congratulations. Things are really looking up for you. You can buy whatever you want in the store. What's your social security number? It just drops it in there. It's like, hope you have a great rest of your day. It's just like,
recently,
yeah, sure, here it is.
Recently, we got another email scam that was like, hey, I have seen that you have been to this like naughty adult website, and I can access like webcams and audio, and I have video of you doing dirty things to this video, and I will release it unless you do this, like you giving me money or whatever.
That's like the most blatant blackmailing.
Yeah. We got that on the company email.
I'd be sweating hard.
And well, the thing was, it was his company computer that did not have a webcam. It did not have a microphone. It didn't have anything. And naturally, he had not looked up, porn or anything on the work computer. So he's just like, do it.
I dare you.
I dare you.
They pull up some video. It's like what is that movie with Seth Rogen and Charlize Theron? Where she's like running for president.
Yeah.
Oh God, what is that movie called?
Dang it.
It just came out not that long ago.
Yeah.
It did.
And we watched it. It was really good.
Must not have been that good if you don't remember the name.
Was it a classic Seth Rogen movie?
It was a comedy. Long Shot.
Long Shot. Well, anyway, in the movie, like both Charlize and Seth, their characters, they fall in love and everything, and but since he's kind of like he's Seth Rogen in the movie, basically. Pretty much. So like,
wow,
to be with someone like that when you're on the presidential trail
it's not a good idea.
Can be damaging. So they were trying to keep it on the down low, but there's a video that popped up of him that they like did exactly what you were just talking about.
Yeah,
where he's like jerking off to her, like
to her reading his speeches that he wrote for her, basically.
Yeah, and and like they were gonna release it, and so he actually like jerks off and he actually hits himself in the face with his own gum.
Yeah,
it's just like it's a super embarrassing video.
It's so bad.
So like she basically has he's like, I don't care, we can stay together. They released the video, I can deal with it. But she's like, no, this will ruin my thing. But eventually they just let the video come out because they just want to be in love, and everyone refers to him as the cum guy. Hey, you're the cum guy, aren't you? It's hilarious.
But what's really funny is like you'll see him sit there and he's like, I'm worthy of love. I'm worthy of love. Like,
it's great.
And like the people next to him are like, dude. What? So funny.
All right.
So
let's just go to the next thing here. Dr. Dolittle.
Yeah.
I didn't even know this was out. I didn't even hear about this.
Really? I've known about this for months.
Yeah, I guess I just didn't care because.
I guess not.
Because it's not Marvel.
It's not Marvel.
Yeah,
Basically, they're remaking Dr. Dolittle, and Robert Downey Jr. is going to be Dr. Dolittle.
They're really going to do my man Eddie Murphy like this.
Yeah, can we talk about the Eddie Murphy ones? Those were good.
They weren't bad.
I just remember loving them when I was little.
The one I remember very clearly is that he's like, because he's a vet, obviously, but is the dog like being taken in to get neutered? And he's just like, don't do it, don't do it, don't do it. He's just the dog. He's just like so scared.
You can take my
Yeah.
liberty, but you can't take my balls.
Essentially.
Are they gonna have an Airbud cameo?
Dude, I hope so. Okay, let's
All right, here's the
watch it.
trailer
I haven't
for
seen the trailer.
Dr. Doolittle. Yeah, I haven't seen it either.
Okay.
Something tells me that you're about to get trolled, but
Yeah.
Fucking,
Go ahead and play. Let's see what we got.
Rick rolled.
Oh.
is that
Downey
just
is Doolittle.
Official trailer.
I see trees of green.
It's a bird and a giraffe.
wow?
From the producer of Alice
Wait, is
in
Tom
Wonderland.
Holland singing?
I see them bloom.
I think he is.
Me
And Maleficent.
and I think to myself.
It's just like Sherlock, but with animals.
Basically.
Yeah.
Are you Dr. Doolittle?
That was Sherlock moment if I've ever seen
This
one.
Yeah, come on.
January.
It's just Sherlock with animals.
Wait, was somebody? He's
The
riding an
castle.
ostrich.
We have no choice but to embark on this perilous journey.
Everyone pack your bags!
That was a parrot talking.
Yeah.
And the CGI on that was awful.
Animals.
Does it have to be good? I mean, it's a kids' movie. You know what I mean?
Old-fashioned ships.
Yeah, but is this
yeah.
trailer for kids?
Probably. I don't know.
It's okay to be scared.
What is this accent he's doing?
I don't know.
I feel like this is for our generation.
Hello, Betty. Hello, lunch. Somehow, we just belong together.
It's animals busting through
Yeah.
doors.
Hmm.
Robert Downey Jr. is.
Willy Wonka.
Doolittle.
dude.
Yeah, I don't like it.
I don't really
I'm
like it either.
excited.
Wow, there's a lot of people.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
I don't like it.
So
It's not really even Dr. Doolittle. Why
Tom
would you even?
Holland, Selena Gomez.
It's
Antonio
j-
Banderas, Marion
just Sherlock with
Cotillard,
animals.
So it takes
I
place
saw other
like
people
back in the
too.
day too. It's
A
not
lot
like
of
a
people.
modern.
Yeah.
In theaters January 17th.
And it
I'm
seemed to be
excited. I
heavily
wanna see it.
British, which further increases the Sherlockitude.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know. I don't really
Sherlockitude.
care. I didn't really.
I need a new. Okay, I think the problem is that it was a very like somewhat happy-go-lucky trailer with this like super creepy, slow version of "It's a Wonderful World"
Yeah, I don't like
or
that.
"What a Wonderful World"
Yeah, I didn't
behind
like
it. I think
that.
that was like I was getting contrasting vibes.
Well, it was kind of like, well, didn't it say from the people who made Alice in Wonderland? It had that
So
kind of
Tim Burton?
vibe,
And Maleficent or how
Maleficent?
Maleficent.
like a
Maleficent was
whimsical.
so good though.
Yeah.
I can't wait
I don't
for the
know.
second one.
I mean, I don't think it'll be bad, but
I'll see it.
I won't go see it like when it first comes out.
It's fine.
It's like something I'll go like.
Anna and I'll go see it.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
Okay. Is that it? Oh shit. Oh no, we did have one.
We
other
have
thing.
another one that I tried to introduce earlier.
All
but
right,
you Cut me off.
Well, because you always cut me off. Let's talk about this.
So Alex, you didn't
Every
say
time.
much about the Doolittle though.
I said
You did.
everything that
I hate it.
like
All right,
it.
let's
Okay.
move on.
You didn't like it.
All right, so this came across my like recommended, and it's a Tom Cruise 2020 reaction video with Tom Cruise.
Oh my gosh,
So
yes.
we talked about how there was that guy who made that Tom Cruise 2020 video where he's running for president, and the dude looks just like him and everything. So this is this video. I thought it was actually gonna be Tom Cruise watching it, but no.
It's
Oh,
that
it's not?
guy. It's that guy.
Yeah, hold on.
Oh my gosh.
This isn't going to take long, is it? I gotta... Right. Okay. This is all, is it this set up here? So, This is a reaction video of me running for president. I just pressed.
He does a really good job impersonating
really good.
him.
Okay, so I'm gonna stop it here for a second. So the dude who plays Tom Cruise in the 2020 video, who looks just like Tom Cruise, is also the one who's pretending to be Tom Cruise watching the Tom Cruise 2020
It's
video.
very meta.
Like, this dude is in deep to the point that I don't think he actually knows what his real name is anymore.
He just thinks he's
I
Tom
think he
Cruise
is.
now.
And he's probably like confident enough with it that he could probably walk on set and get the part.
100%.
Hey, Tom, come on over here. She's like, okay.
Talk about the race in 2020. Sure, there's a lot of candidates in the running. But can any of them actually run? I mean,
Very patriotic.
I'm the
Very
last American
patriotic.
minister.
Is this supposed to be me?
It's like I do. And nobody opens a box.
Sounds kind of like me.
And with your help in 2020 together, we'll dominate the ballot box. This is no stunt.
This person's clearly worked very hard at this.
He's talking about himself. It's
so
fucking
weird.
But also,
Kind of awesome.
Wait, can we watch the actual Tom Cruise watching the Tom Cruise
don't
reaction
think it
watching?
exists.
No,
the Tom
because I think that
Cruise-
he's gonna like just bank on this because this has 131,000 views. I like to think that he'll probably have Tom Cruise reacting to Tom Cruise reacting to
reacting,
the Tom Cruise 2020 video. That's what
Without any real Tom Cruise.
Yeah,
100% Tom Cruise free.
100% Tom Cruise with no Tom Cruise in it at all.
Oh, God.
Do we know this man's actual name?
No.
I'm pretty sure
Miles Fisher.
I think it's Tom Cruise.
You think it's Tom Cruise?
Tom.
Yeah, he's legally changed his name to Tom Cruise.
No,
Okay.
I like to think he changed it up a little bit. It's like
it's
Tom
Tom
Bruise.
Cruise.
Wasn't there a guy in a commercial, or wasn't it for like a mobility scooter? A guy named like Tom Cruise, but it was spelled slightly different. You remember that?
Yes.
There's a commercial for
Yes.
like a mobility scooter.
Oh, my God. Wow. This is amazing.
What do we got next?
that's it.
Go
It's
back to the
literally-
questions.
Oh my god.
If all the states in the USA were represented by food, what food would each state be represented by?
Yes.
Okay, we're not going to do 50 states.
Ohio would be cat litter.
That's not
Nah,
food.
it'd be shredded chicken.
Shredded chicken. I think California would just be an avocado.
Yeah.
I think like lukewarm water would probably be
What?
like hot dog water. That'd probably be like
Ew.
Nebraska, right?
Ew.
Like heroin would be Michigan or
I
something.
feel like Tennessee would be like fried chicken.
Yeah,
Wouldn't it be Kentucky? 'Cause, Kentucky fried chicken.
probably
no, but like
Florida.
Nashville hot chicken.
Yeah, I guess.
Florida would probably be like actual human flesh
Oh my God.
because all those bath salts.
Why wouldn't it be just be bath salts? That's just the meal.
Yeah. Oh, that's the seasoning.
Yeah.
So I actually found two different sources for actual answers for this.
Oh.
But they're two different things. So should I choose the most iconic food in every state?
No.
Or the 50 foods each state is known for?
That one.
Okay. Well,
Was I right? Was it avocado?
for
California.
California,
Or was it wine?
California is known for In-N-Out.
Just In and Out, like
That's it?
just In and Out
Yes,
burger.
In
Like,
and Out?
wow.
Ah.
I mean, I mean,
Did you know the cheeseburger was invented in Akron? Akron, Ohio?
wow. Akron's done a lot, and look at it. Look where that got it.
What are you trying to say?
Akron
Nowhere.
invented the cheeseburger, and they had Goodyear, and now look at them.
They invented cheeseburger and rubber.
Now look at
We
them.
made tires.
Pile of rubble.
Okay.
Rubble.
Alabama. What are you thinking?
Incest.
Human flesh.
No, it's cheese grits.
Cheese grits.
Cheese grits.
Yeah,
Ew.
sounds right.
Okay, Alaska's is pretty
Is it Chinese
easy.
food?
Eskimo meat.
No.
Cod.
Salmon, actually.
Salmon.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, that's
That makes
bear.
Bear. I'm honestly surprised it's not bear or moose or something like that.
Arizona's is interesting too.
Can I have a hint?
Is it alien?
It's sand.
It's a
Jackalope.
Mexican food.
Oh, well, that makes sense.
Wait, that's the food that
Yes.
all of Mexican food? That's kind of cheating. right?
I literally
Huh?
confused Arizona with
What's
New
Ohio?
Mexico.
Mm,
You did?
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's what I
you
said
said
alien.
alien.
Tell me Ohio.
Ohio's is there's a lot of M's and N's.
Yeah. There's like 2 O's.
Oh, Ohio's is easy.
Is it shredded chicken?
It's Buckeyes.
Like the candy?
Yes.
Weak.
Yeah, it's weird.
Weak.
That's not-
Weak.
No, it's the actual poisonous like nut.
It would be the nut.
The nut.
Okay.
If you die and found out that everyone gets to choose a 12-foot by 12-foot square to stay in alone for eternity without being able to influence or contact the living world, what 12-foot by 12-foot square would you choose?
That's
Like what do you
Like
mean
where on
where?
Earth?
Like
Like you can go anywhere you want on the planet. I already know mine.
What's yours?
Well, it's hard to. Well, so it's all eternity. So I would go like Times Square, because you've got like all those screens that you can watch stuff on, and you've
Okay.
got the people themselves that look fucking crazy.
that's a pretty good one. But you could also do the Oval Office. So you could just like
That'd be kind of fun.
you just stare at the president making horrible decisions or getting a blowjob under the table.
Wow.
You know? Well, you say that like it's never been done before.
Oh, Donnie.
Oh God.
Oh no. Oh
Jeez.
no. God.
No, he does that out in the open in Mar-a-Lago.
Okay.
Good old Donnie boy.
Okay. 12 by 12 square. And we can't interact with the outside world, you said? Or with the living world?
I mean, there's several places like that. You could do like California, the what is that called? Like the big where everyone goes, walks down the strip, whatever.
Oh, Hollywood Boulevard?
Yeah.
From
I think that one might be
from
more
like the
fun.
Chinese theater.
Or you could do like a movie theater room.
Yeah, I
And you
think I
just
might
watch
do a
movies.
movie theater. Oh, yeah, I want a 12 by 12 square in the best like IMAX theater.
Yeah, that'd be good.
Yeah, but like, how long is that theater gonna last before they tear it down?
That's true. It's the price to pay. It'd be really shitty if
Yeah.
that theater got like closed down and turned into a parking lot.
Or if like Times Square got nuked.
That'd be cool. I watched the fucking Chinese rebuild it.
Wow.
Okay. All right.
But not like slaves, like the country themselves would be, you know.
Yeah, I mean that's what I figured you meant.
Wow.
All right.
What would be the hat? To
If
end all
over
hats?
time you replace parts on a car, at what point does it stop being the same car you bought? How many parts do you need to replace to make it a new car?
Once you
more than
replace
half.
once you replace the frame or maybe like the actual engine itself.
I'd say, yeah. I mean, because you can replace the entire exhaust system and it's still the same car. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I think it's the
I think
the
visually, like,
the dash, like the side,
dash.
because that can completely change. Oh, like for instance, on my Jeep, I've got like Apple CarPlay, so I can like when Apple CarPlay got updated, it like gave this whole sense of like freshness to my car.
So what, did you
Yeah,
say the
but-
computer for the car?
Yeah, I guess
the car's
well,
computer.
I mean, what really updated was my phone. That wasn't the car that updated, but again, I mean, the that HUD that you see, or the middle dash area. Even if you got like a CD player, or like back in the day, you get those Bluetooth like
the Pioneers.
Yeah, it would make it feel like a new car, even though it's.
Yeah, but that doesn't make it a new car.
It doesn't make it a new car, but it gives you
upgrade.
that impression that when you get in, it's a new experience. It's not the same old like
Well, I think once you modify,
because if you change out your engine, it's still gonna feel like the same old car, unless your engine was like, Well,
the engine's like the heart of the vehicle.
I think once you modify,
logistically that makes sense, but I think that the HUD like the cosmetic shit makes it feel like a new car.
I think once you cosmetically alter the exterior of the car, like what it looks like in terms of like if you add a spoiler or you change the way that the hood looks or anything like that, I think that's when it becomes a different car. When it's more than 50% of that is different. That's just me though.
What fictional character is amazing in their book, show / movie, but would be insufferable if you had to deal with them in a mundane, everyday situations? I would say
Skywalker.
Anakin's a good one. I'd say anyone in The Bachelor.
Listen, you would love
Fictional
John Paul
character?
Jones.
Fictional
You would
character?
love John
There's no way those people are real.
I don't know.
It's all CGI.
Fictional character. Is amazing.
I think Bruce Wayne would be kind of insufferable. Oh God. My parents are dead. Oh, Alfred. Fucking, can you warm up my microwavable meal?
Warm up my mice that I eat because I am bad.
I
am. Like I think Captain America would be insufferable in real life.
Oh yeah, for sure.
You know what I mean?
Same with Clark Kent, because kind of the same reason as Captain America, because they'd always be asking questions on how the fucking.
Yeah, Captain America comes out here. Oh boy, I'm coming out here to pay my taxes.
Hey, that thing that you call on. Where's the rope? How are you talking?
Oh,
Okay,
the time travel.
The time traveling issue.
That's not the reason I was going for it, but okay.
Well, they'd be annoying because you're asking like 100. Like Clark Kent would probably be a little bit easier just because he came as a baby and kind of grew up with it. But at the same time, like he'd always be like, whenever you gave him a high five, it would hurt a little bit more than.
I would say more of like the morality issue. You know what I mean? Like dealing with Captain America's like. Everything's got to be like black and white. You always got to do the right thing, and
like he'd have to know exactly what happened on Epstein's island.
I'm just a kid from Brooklyn.
Exactly. Yeah, before he'd condemn him.
Yeah, he wouldn't call him a bad guy until he know for sure that there were kids on that island.
Yeah, God. And even then, he wanted to kill him and not have any regulations on it. Like,
if you were held at gunpoint and told that if you didn't impress them with your dance moves, you would be killed, what dance moves would you bust out?
Any
Fortnite default dance.
Yeah.
You stole it from me.
You both can have the same.
Yeah, okay.
I can just say I would die.
Well, there
to
you
be
go.
completely honest.
Okay, so I found a quiz.
Oh?
To figure out what we should wear for Halloween.
Oh, God.
Should we do it?
Yeah, let's do it real quick.
Okay.
No, because I already know what I'm going to be.
What are you going to be?
It's a wizard.
It's a wizard.
I'm going to be a wizard.
You should be like a hobo wizard.
No.
Wear like tired garb.
Okay, so we have to pick a color. Orange, black,
Green.
yellow, green, brown, or white.
I choose green.
Green.
White.
White.
Blue.
I
I
swear.
hate you.
Turquoise. I wanted green.
Okay, I'll pick green.
Okay.
Pick a setting. A haunted mansion, a tropical beach, curled up on the couch, a golf course, a quiet forest, or a sewer.
Quiet forest.
Couch. I want couch. Do couch.
Alex, what about
I'm
you?
already disqualified, apparently, because I picked blue. So I'm just going to continue the trend and say my own living room.
Couch isn't a living room, so I would go with the couch.
Okay, we'll go couch. An item of clothing. Okay, so we either have a red hat, a black cloak, anything super colorful, a vintage wedding dress, a leather collar, or an Adam and Eve style crotch leaf?
I want that leather collar.
I'm not even gonna give an option because it's all about Josh, right?
Yeah, leather collar. Come on.
Okay.
Oh God.
Pick an item. So we have a lunchbox, a wig, a balloon, a glass of water, eye of newt, or ball of yarn.
Give me that newt.
Give me that newt.
Okay, we have to pick a smell now. I have no idea how long this quiz is, by the way. So
It's just 100 fucking questions. What's your one of these questions are like? What's the first 3 letters of your social?
What cut of the diamond for your anal plug?
Whoa.
wow.
Whoa.
It escalated so quickly.
Oh my God. What? What? I'm not,
Okay, so
I'm not intoxicated enough for this.
Metro does not want to know that. They want to know what smell you want to pick. So fresh baked bread, the seaside, a bonfire, grease paint, Big Macs, or pine.
Oh, fuck pine.
You don't like the smell of pine trees?
No, fuck pine trees. What was the
I
first?
just died a little.
Go through those
inside.
again.
Fresh baked bread, the seaside, bonfire, grease paint, Big Macs, and not pine.
Big Macs. What the fuck is? Oh, like the sandwich.
Jesus.
No, Josh. Yes.
Oh yes. Okay. I'll
No.
take the Big Macs.
Not like the sandwich, like the burger,
seriously
you
don't
animal.
Like, you seriously don't like the smell of pine trees?
No, fuck pine trees.
We're not gonna get along well. That's my favorite smell at Christmas time.
Oh God. Well, Christmas time's one thing, but like just
Well,
to
no,
be
that's
out.
what I'm talking about. I'm talking like at
When I was
Christmas
in North
time.
Carolina, there was too many pine trees. I hate
Oh
them.
my God, I feel like North Carolina just ruined you.
He did in more ways than one.
I feel like the smell of hot pine trees, though, versus cold
Hot
pine trees
pine
is
trees.
completely different.
I think
Hold up.
sexy pine trees smell the worst.
What does that mean?
I hate how fucking sexy those trees
What's
are.
the difference between a hot pine tree
You know,
and
it's
a
flexing
cold
them
pine
biceps
Well, it's
just
like
right.
Smelling, or it's like having hot chocolate in the summer. You know what I mean? It's just weird.
Tree? Okay, yeah, I get it.
Yeah.
I get it. Yep. Like if
I
you had
like-
a pumpkin spice latte in the spring, it'd be weird as hell.
Right. Like, I like the smell of pine trees, and I like hot
In the
chocolate.
wintertime.
But, in the wintertime.
I feel it. Okay, I'm good.
So, okay. So, Josh, concentrate.
I'm concentrating.
He says
smell.
as he goes to YouTube.
He said Big Macs.
Big
Yeah, I
Macs?
said Big Macs.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Now we have to pick a taste. Sweet, bitter, savory, sour, salty, or spicy.
Fuck, give them to me again. I wasn't paying attention.
Yeah, you weren't. Sweet, bitter, savory, sour, salty, or spicy.
Salty for sure.
Jesus.
So weird. God.
Okay, now we have to pick an adjective. Do you remember what an adjective is, John?
What the fuck do you call me?
Slippery, mischievous, loud, natural, terrifying, or mysterious?
Loud.
I'm thinking that slippery. Give me the slippery.
Okay.
Salty and slippery.
You're gonna get like
it.
you're gonna get like a gay wizard or something.
Now we have to pick an activity. Hiking, soap making, cave diving, go-kart racing, fancy dinner, or a house party.
Gay magician would definitely be cave diving, right? Yeah, let's go cave diving.
Okay. Now pick a superpower. Shape-shifting, being able to live on water alone, intense apathy, making anyone you want trip over, casting hexes on your enemies, or never being able to fail no matter what you do.
I fail a lot. What would a gay magician want to do?
He would want
I'd
to
want to be a
trick people.
shapeshifter so that he could make himself have a.
Apathy, the complete lack of caring.
I go shapeshifter. Yeah, shapeshifter for sure.
Shape-shifting.
Yeah.
Okay. Pick a sound. Shouting crowds, honking, splashing, cackling, a gentle breeze, or hissing.
Hissing.
Yeah, hissing. Yeah.
I'm picking up where this is going.
Pick a compliment you'd like to receive. Direct
What a
and to
big
the
staff
point.
you have.
Down to earth, fun and silly, beguiling, too cool for school, or an evil genius.
Beguiling.
What was
Just
the,
choose
go through,
beguiling.
no, hold on. Go say the same again.
Direct and to the point, down to earth, fun and silly.
I think fun and silly. I want fun and silly.
Okay. Oh, we have our results.
Oh, no.
Salty and fucking.
What
weird.
is it?
If it's anything.
It's completely not what I expected.
What is it?
Unfortunately, it's not a gay wizard.
Oh,
What is it?
on. How could it not?
What a tease.
You got.
The Big Mac
What
smell.
is
I
it?
thought for
Can I
sure.
see it? Can I read it?
I hope you've seen the Cats trailer because you got sexy cat.
Dog.
It was the hissing.
Oh my
It was
God.
this.
What the fuck does a Big Mac have to do with a fucking cat?
Yeah, why'd they even
Well,
include
the
that?
salty. I don't get it.
Okay.
Was it all because I picked green? I
you-
picked green and it's like, oh, cat.
Do you, what? Do you want to hear what they have to say about the sexy cat? It's been done to death, but you might need to change quickly, and the ease with which ears go on and off is perfect. If you want to ditch the costume, then you're just wearing a great black outfit.
I didn't even choose black. I chose green. I don't understand how you got.
It's a Shrek cat.
You know, here's the sad thing is I feel like if he even chose like apathy,
Maybe
it would still be a cat.
was
because
it
they literally don't care
just
about anyone.
that question alone that determined
I feel like
the
it must have
costume?
been.
Yeah. Whack.
Whack, indeed.
So funny.
Let's go back to the question list.
Wait, can we talk about gay wizardry?
Yeah, why?
Who is your
yes.
who is your
I thought you never
favorite
asked.
gay wizard? Josh?
Dumbledore.
Dumbledore, come on.
It's the
Dumbledore.
only gay wizard I know.
Why? You didn't have to say that.
Dumbledore.
Oh
The
my
stupid
God.
recording stopped. I think it stops at the same time. There must be something here.
Guys,
Is it always an hour?
No, we're at 1 hour and 7 minutes.
Weird.
Anyway, you know what? I'm going to end it, I think,
yeah.
And what?
this episode.
No. How far along are we?
1 hour and 7 minutes.
That's not enough content.
No one, I think that this is awful. I don't think it's going to get any better at the end. I don't think anyone's going to stick around for the end. Right?
I thought we were improving.
Improving.
Yeah.
Maybe by hour 3 we'll get it.
I think if we one more question.
Fine, one more question.
It's got to be a good one.
I have a question.
Hey, hold on.
How
You said
come-
good ones.
Oh.
Oh, okay. Now she's going to leave. Come on.
I'm not even gonna leave. I'm just gonna turn around.
Wow.
I was just kidding. What's the question?
Nope.
Okay, fine. Weird question to ask.
No,
No,
stop.
no.
Delete that.
Just kidding. To ask weird questions to
I was
ask.
about to Google something really inappropriate.
No, it wasn't. Work. Ask Siri. How about that?
Wait, I want to know what Anna's question was. It sounds really
No,
interesting.
I don't want to
Yeah,
ask.
I'm actually really I really want to hear what this question was.
I don't want to ask Siri questions. I want real questions that I can answer, and I'm not Siri, so I can't answer these. What do you think that you're doing?
I don't know. This is all right.
Dog, back up.
What does
Funny
Siri
dirt.
mean? It's a riddle wrapped in an enigma, tied with a pretty ribbon of obfuscation.
39 creepy questions to get to know someone's dark side.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
Lord,
Do you like the taste of blood, Emily?
What on earth?
Would you rather know the date of your death or the cause of your death?
I want to know the
What
I
on
wanna
earth
know
are
the,
these questions?
the cause, right?
I want to know the date.
Pause.
The date.
Yeah. I want to know the date so that way like I can plan ahead, you know?
Yeah, but you can plan ahead if you know the cause too.
Not necessarily.
Yes, necessarily.
What if it's a heart attack? That could happen at any minute.
Well, then
Well, then it doesn't really matter what day it
you
is.
should lower your salt intake and worry about your cardiovascular health.
Actually, could still happen any
I'm
minute if
changing
that's
it.
gonna
I
be
think
your-
the date of your death is right. Because if
Nope.
you know you're going to die in a few years, like, I wouldn't be dieting. You know?
I'd be like, oh yeah, I'm gonna die tomorrow. I might as well spend all my shit now.
Yeah,
like
but what
have
if
a good
the
time
fact
now.
that you know your date is what causes
Yo,
your death?
These fucking
What?
questions.
So you're gonna be like a
dude.
That's So Raven
Dude,
issue?
Dude, this question right here, man. Would you rather bleed out or be set on fire?
Bleed out. You're just gonna fall asleep.
Yeah, I'll take that. But then again,
No, being set on fire is one of the most painful deaths.
yeah, but that could be a baller way to go out.
No. You know how painful that'd be? I mean, actually,
Of course it'd be painful.
It would be painful for like a second, but then the minute you inhaled, your lungs would just fry. Well, actually, but then you'd suffocate to death. Yeah, we're gonna bleed out.
If you were trapped on an island, would you rather resort to cannibalism or die of starvation? I think I would actually rather die of starvation. I know that's maybe
Yeah?
bold, but if I were offered like cooked human meat, like, I might eat it. But like the idea of like obtaining that myself, I couldn't do it.
Yeah, but like, what is it? Just you and another person on this island? Like, is
Yeah.
there not other
I mean,
stuff?
we all
on this
know what
island?
island we're
I couldn't loot through their corpse for their meat. I couldn't do that.
What horror movie monster do you think is the deadliest?
The Thing.
Oh no. The fuck is that called?
I don't know.
Marg
What do you think?
Gremlin.
The Gremlin?
Yeah, I guess. What is it called? Margway or
Mogwai?
Mogwai?
Wow.
Okay.
Because I mean, they're so hard to keep up with, and then they could just kill you in your sleep.
Yeah, but they're so easy to take care of. Don't get them wet and don't feed them after midnight. They don't go crazy.
Would you rather be eaten alive by wolves or eat another human alive? Jesus.
I'm sorry.
You
The horror
literally
movie
chose
one. I finally
creepy
got.
questions to get to know someone's dark side. Like, what did you think
What
these
is-
questions were going to
Hey, bro,
be?
how
like?
often do you think about death?
I'm sorry. I finally
I
got
want
one for
to
the horror
die.
movie monster. It's a tie between Alien from the Alien movies and The Flood, even though it's not from a horror movie, but The Flood from Halo.
I see why you picked both of those because both of them spread very quickly.
Yeah, and they're very deadly.
Yeah, I would go with the Alien. I
Yeah.
think the Alien would be the.
Be a good one.
I don't watch horror movies very often, but I think I'd have to go with it because
Pretty deadly.
he gets inside your head.
Yeah.
Yeah, but once
but
you
not
catch
mass.
on to
We're
them, I
talking
mean,
about
even
mass
those
murder.
kids were able to defeat them. So
But
I mean,
I mean, they didn't though.
but they were able to,
On the scale of devastation, the flood can wipe out an entire planet. Could it do that? Is it just going to wipe out the entire planet?
Nah,
and
he just
destroy the
eats a
entire
kid
human
every
race?
now and then. And he sleeps for hundreds of years. I mean,
Yeah,
I'd say Alien. They
Are
were
you
literally
trying to
designed to
downplay-
kill.
I am.
Wow,
I know they're really
Get
mean
good.
today, aren't they?
so much sass.
I know.
Aliens were designed to kill us. Like that's what they were made. They were supposed to be like Alien, like the actual alien.
I was gonna say, do you
Not
know
alien.
something about like just aliens in
I
general?
was there
that nobody-
during
Okay.
the raid.
Yeah.
Okay. If you were a necrophiliac, oh my god, what celebrity would you want to dig up? Pretty much any of them that are like, okay, like Elvis. So people can stop
Ooh,
fucking.
Yeah, but
stop
Elvis was
talking about-
fat.
You'd be trying to fuck his corpse? Is that what you?
He died on the
I
toilet.
don't know. What
Skeleton,
the,
I
yeah, I
mean?
don't know what the implication
He
is.
died
with
on the toilet.
Oh yeah, I guess a necrophiliac. Yeah, you'd be fucking a corpse. So, maybe not.
Okay, if
Elvis.
there was a zombie apocalypse, which one of your friends would die first? I'm gonna say it right now, and she already knows I'm gonna say it. Megan, my friend Megan. She would 100% die first, or she'd be like the crazy one that pops up at the end that you thought died, but didn't really.
I would say Black. Dude, I'm sorry, but you're gonna be. You're first dead.
Why?
Well, there's two trains of thought here. Either A, he lives by, leaving his family behind,
Oh my god.
or B, he dies because he stays with his family, but he's got, 3 kids, one of those being a baby. And that baby's going to, attract a lot of attention because it's a baby, you know. So I think that he'd be, he'd be fucked.
Oh, here I like
it. Just like Oliver. I mean, I think I would actually be the first one to die, but
Think?
Oh, for sure.
You think?
Yeah.
I don't know. I like this one. What would you do to defend yourself if someone broke into your house?
I would just hit him with a like really loud, and they'd be like really confused, and
you should get straight up naked. Like, what are you supposed to do with that?
Yeah, you just get you get naked and you cover yourself in like some kind of like baby oil or something, make yourself real slippery.
Oh my
Start yelling like Tyler one.
Yeah.
Well, here's the thing, because they can't kill you, because if they kill you, then like you're naked. So the implication is that you probably did something to them. So now it's like you're a gay killer.
Well, who says it's a guy?
Statistics.
Within the recent statistics, yeah. I mean, if it wasn't a guy, then the getting naked would probably imply something else. Well, either way, I mean,
there's a secret weapon for if someone is coming at you, but it's not like it's readily available, though. Unfortunately,
what?
Butter in a sock.
Are you kidding me? I keep that beside our bedside table like at all times. It's always fresh. Yeah, of course.
I would just whip out my like Lord of the Rings sword, just come charging down the stairs. Somebody comes at you with like with a freaking sword. Like, what are you gonna do with that?
I got the sword of Godric Gryffindor just appears before me in my hour of need.
Like, I just come like slowly down the stairs, just doing the whole like Aragorn speech from Return of the King. It is not this day.
If you met a vampire, would you let it bite you for eternal life, or would you shove a stake in its heart? I think it depends on what vampire it is.
It's accurate.
Is there another option?
The
Can you
glittery
just run away?
vampire, or
I would have sex with it and then let it bite me.
What?
Oh.
Vampires are always sexy.
yeah, but it's dead. It'd
So
be cold.
Count Dracula
You'd be a
is
necrophiliac.
So
So
it's a creature of the
Count
night.
Dracula, right?
Fuck me.
Count Dracula, then, huh, Josh?
Count Chocula. I'd fucking let him light my ass up.
So basically, no. Robert Pattinson.
You bring a new meaning to the word chocolate.
Yes, Robert Pattinson.
There you go.
That's what it is.
Robert Pattinson or any of the
Twilight cast.
I think I could do that.
I don't know how
Not
I
like
feel about
okay, if I got bit by one of them, you could still walk around in daylight and you're super fast and shit. Sure, you fucking glow and stuff, but that's.
Oh my god.
So you do the deed first, though, right? That's what you said. You said they're always sexy.
Oh, yeah. I guess I'd fuck them.
Okay, then.
Our relationship is ending tonight.
Well, it's not like it would be a matter of service. Like I want to be a vampire, so I just fine. I guess I'll do it.
Wait, can we do question number 12?
I just think this is funny because
How often do you think about death?
Every day.
I just think this is funny because your mom has a thing for like
Pardon me?
the Twilight characters.
I think she's more of the werewolf boy.
I think so too, but yeah.
The Taylor Lautner.
Wait, should we say this? I shouldn't have said that.
Yeah. How dare you?
I'm sorry, Josh's mom. I won't say your name.
She doesn't listen to this.
No,
Okay.
but Kevin does.
She's told me several times that she hasn't listened at all. And
Okay.
let's be honest, that's probably for the best. Yeah. Would you rather murder 3 innocent children or watch 3 of your loved ones die in front of you?
Jesus.
Good gosh,
Not
what
much
kind
of a
question
not
is
much of
that?
a choice there. I mean, I'm
I think that's a scene of a movie where the heroes come in right before something happens and saves the day, and you don't have to do anything at all.
I like that.
You got to have one of them.
Why can't they just... Can I
Are you
kill
gonna
myself
murder?
instead?
Answer the question, Emily. Are you gonna murder 3 innocent children?
How about you answer
Or
the
watch
question,
3
Josh?
of your...
Yeah, Josh.
How
I'd
much
murder-
weed did you smoke?
That Office reference.
I would
I
totally
like
murder
it.
3 children. Easily, hands down. I don't even have to think about it. I'd murder 3
Yeah,
kids.
Dog,
would
you
too.
are
I
on the
already
path
have-
to Anakin Skywalker,
he
okay?
is the Joker.
And
we
and
figured that out.
you know what?
Okay, think about it. I don't
I
want
would
my...
too.
Okay,
I would.
It's not that I'm okay. Realistically, I wouldn't want to kill. I don't want to kill anyone, you know. But if it's a matter of saving, if you put Oliver in front of me and a kid I don't know, I'm gonna fucking kill that kid. I mean, I'm sorry, but that's just how it's gonna go.
But what about their family?
Okay, what about my family?
Why
though?
don't-
Like,
why
I'm not
do
gonna
you-
make. I'm
why
not
do you
gonna
get
let
to
my kid
determine
die
their
because.
Well, no, that's the whole
You're breaking
point.
my heart, Annie. You're going down a path I can't follow.
Oh my god.
This is a really good question.
I'd rather have all my limbs cut off and turn into a breathing fucking piece of shit.
What?
Darth Vader. You know?
Yeah, okay, yeah, I got you now.
Yeah. Jesus. If aliens came to Earth, would you want us to welcome them or kill them?
Depends on what they look like. If they look like eldritch abominations, yeah, burn them with fire.
Goodness. Number 22. Do you think you're going to hell?
If there is a hell, are you going there?
If there's a hell, yes. Yes, I'm
Yeah,
going.
I have a reserved seat, guys.
sure. Yeah.
Yeah, and you know what?
I bought my house
I'll go
a long
up,
time
I'll go
ago.
up there,
Good God.
and they'll be like, "What makes you think that you can come to,
Contribute.
come to heaven?" And
Just
before I can
Fortnite
even
dance?
answer, they just start playing. I hear the intro music to the podcast. I'm like, "Fuck." Oh, you heard that? Well, I guess I don't really have a choice. So, Hey,
What makes
you
you
said, you said something about murdering 3 children? Yeah, you come on down the hill. Yeah.
What's the meanest thing that you ever hoped happened to someone?
Remember that whole cuckold ghost thing? I'd have wished that upon people.
Wow.
Mainly when I'm at the barber.
What?
What?
Only like 2 people are going to get that. And none of them are at this table.
Wow. Okay.
I'll explain it later.
Are you talking about like your army barber?
Emily, do you think you're going to hell?
No, she's the only one of us that's going to heaven. Let's be real. Well, I don't know.
She said she dropped the F-bomb earlier, so
and I've seen the answers that she's written to the Cards Against Humanity free cards. So I don't know. Emily's got some sketchy shit going on in that brain.
answer the question.
She can't. She knows she's going to hell.
Yep. She's like, you said the F-bomb once. Going to hell.
Ruined it.
All right.
Ruined it. Oh, have you ever tried to contact a spirit with a Ouija board? I have.
Oh, no.
It was a bad decision.
No,
Yeah, you
where
shouldn't
is
do
it?
that.
Where's the? Would you
Ouija
rather
board's
eat
a bad decision.
a Ouija board? I don't believe in any of that shit.
Oh, cool.
Dude, even my priest was
What?
like, you don't screw with that shit. You know what I mean?
Like ghosts? I don't believe in ghosts.
Okay.
Okay, let's have that conversation. You don't believe in ghosts, huh? Alex, what about you?
Of course I don't believe in ghosts.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
Yeah.
What?
Do you believe in ghosts?
Why
Thank
you-
freaking goodness. I have someone else that believes in ghosts with
Of course
me.
they do.
Weak.
Ghosts are not real.
I've experienced some sketchy
There's
shit
always a
at the
reason.
reformatory.
Okay, remember that story I told about the fucking me thinking there's an alien in my closet? I swear to God, it looked like straight up eyes. But as soon as I get over there, there's a logical explanation. I'm an idiot. That's all. There were clothes in there, and it's just I had my clothes a certain way. That's all.
Yeah.
Not saying that you're an idiot for thinking the ghosts are real, but I don't.
think you kind of are.
Ghosts are
I've
not
seen
real.
things.
Me too.
Okay, people will say that I've seen vaccines murder my child, but I can't just take them at face value for
Yeah,
that.
there's some people who say they've seen things like all the time. And it's like I haven't seen anything. Like, what's the chance of me not seeing anything the whole
I
time
mean,
I've been alive?
I'm not saying that like I encounter it on a day-to-day basis, but I have
No.
experienced it at least once in my life.
It would be
And I don't
it
know
would be
if
measurable scientifically.
So, therefore, it's false?
Yes.
Well, like we
Wow.
know
If
that
it
gravity
cannot be
exists, but
proven,
it's not something
if
that
it
you
cannot
can
be proven,
tangibly see.
if it cannot be reasonably proven, I mean, you're talking a Russell's teapot scenario. There's a teapot right now in orbit of the sun.
Okay, this is like Schrodinger's cat.
All right, prove me wrong.
You can't prove
Oh,
that
you,
the
you
cat
can't
is
you can't prove me
alive or
wrong.
dead.
You can't prove me wrong that there's not a teapot circling the sun. Then there is.
There could be. Who
There's
knows?
definitely a teapot circling the sun.
Yeah,
You can't prove me wrong,
Who
so
are
that
you
makes
to-
it true.
Well, Alex, I
But
feel
who
like
are you to say no, it's wrong?
exactly. I feel like you're disproving
I'm
your
saying,
own
you
point.
can
okay,
say
so
no,
it's
it's
like
wrong.
the
You know
what I
years
mean?
that we've been on this planet and all the cameras and stuff. We have how do we have
Are
no
you kidding
definitive
me?
proof?
Are you serious?
Okay, you get
Have
on those
you
YouTube.
not
How many of those
seen
videos are like? are you talking about? Like Ghost Hunter,
No.
No. There's
Ghostbusters. Like I don't.
Ghostbusters, really?
God, I don't
Bustin'
even think
makes
we should
me
have this
feel
conversation.
good.
I don't know.
Have you ever had the urge to jump in front of a car?
No, don't,
right now.
no. I want to get back to this. What is your ghost thing? Convince me. I would like to believe there's ghosts. I just don't. I've never seen
but
anything.
it's one of those things where if somebody doesn't want to believe in it and they've never experienced anything, then they're not going to. It's not something that I can just be like, okay, this is what I experienced, and you're gonna be like, shit, yeah, I totally believe you. That's not something.
Well, no, I know that. I'm not saying you're going to convince me right now, but like
exactly, I don't know how
but what's
to
your,
explain this to you.
yes, but
You know,
it's not that I don't want.
A lot of times, like mental health, actually, which is a whole nother topic. You can try to explain yourself, but some people are going to think you're crazy.
Exactly.
Okay, I'm not going to think you're crazy.
I want to say something.
No. I think what she's trying to explain is like, okay, if you have like, say you have paranoid schizophrenia or whatever, it's something that you diagnose because of behavior, but you can't see it on an MRI or a blood test or something like that, right? So it's something that you experience yourself, and because of your experiences and how you explain it to people, that's how they're like, okay, well, you have this.
And they haven't experienced it for themselves.
Exactly.
Yeah.
That doesn't mean it
Yes,
doesn't
but both of
exist.
you I consider to be very like, mentally sound and logical. So it's just like
Well, that's
for you
what
to say that you've experienced something, it's not that I don't believe you. If you tell me you experienced something, you believed it, but
I'm
say
glad
that
you're
it's
at least open-minded, Josh.
to say it's a ghost, I don't
glaring at
believe in
Alex.
ghosts. However, you clearly experience something. I would love for a ghost if I come in my room and be like, "What up, bro?"
Okay.
But I know that's not.
I also
Anybody who has not seen Vsauce's wonderful Minefield videos, they are free on YouTube right now.
I should
he has a wonderful video on belief.
Can I explain my position, please, Alexander?
But that doesn't necessarily have to do with ghosts.
It talks about how beliefs are formed,
but that
and
doesn't
it's very
necessarily
enlightening.
have to
It's
do with
very
ghosts.
fascinating.
Would you
it
shut
directly
the hell
relates.
up? I'm trying to talk.
No,
You're being hostile and it's pissing me off.
He didn't like that.
He did not. He said no. Okay, so first of all, I think there are certain people that are like, you know what, ghosts are real, and the only way that a ghost can be proven to be real is if you catch it on tape and it's like a full-blown like apparition. You know what I mean? Yeah. Which I don't think that's to me, that's not necessarily what a ghost is. I think a lot of them is just could be like a residual energy type situation where it's not, you're never going to actually see it, but it's something that happened and left an impression in that area. And so it just kind of is.
But how do you know?
It can't interact, but it's on a loop almost. You know what I mean?
Yes.
But then also because, as we've discussed, I am somewhat of a religious person, but I do believe that this whole like demonic possession, to me, that's a real thing. Yeah. Like, and you can believe what you want to believe. I don't care. But to me, that's real. So like there are two different distinct types of ghosts for me, demons being one and then like a residual energy being another. So I think a lot of what people think are ghosts are not.
Well, for me,
does that make sense?
So like, no, that makes sense to me. Like the way you said it makes sense to me, though. It's like that residual energy that you're talking about. Like, what's to say that that's a ghost and not like just some other like some easily explainable?
Well, and that's what
thing.
I'm saying.
I mean, like,
I am
to say that it's,
and that's not to say I'm not skeptical. Like, I believe that of 90% of what people say they experience as, you know, a ghost sighting or a paranormal experience can be easily explained by, you know, ungrounded wires, you know, because everybody is affected by electrical energy and that sort of thing. So I believe that in some aspects there are explainable things that happen, but then there are also very unexplainable things that happen.
Yeah.
Yeah. But again, there could be something that maybe you just don't know is like there. And what I mean by that is like, okay, for instance, something easier to understand. Okay, in the military, like, why am I doing this certain task? Why am I doing something that isn't even my job and blah, blah, blah. But realistically, there is a reason for it. But no one's fucking telling me that reason because I'm just at the fucking end of the totem pole. Pole. So like,
and I get that.
Maybe something, is happening there and you just don't know about it.
Yeah, I get that. But like, and I'm not saying this to be like, oh, I'm right and that's the end of it. I mean, because like I said, it is subjective. If you've never experienced anything, you're never gonna think it. But like, until anything I have experienced can be explained, that's my explanation for it. Does that make sense?
So it's just the default explanation.
No, it's not the default explanation by any means. It's like if I have gone through every possible rational explanation and been like, no, that doesn't fit because of this, and no, this doesn't fit because of this, I'm not going to try and basically force my thinking to be like, yes, it is a ghost. It's going to be more like, okay, could it have been this? No. Could it have been this? No. Like, that's going to be like the last thing on my list.
Well, that's what happened, for instance, with the thing in the closet. Me thinking it's an alien, and then it's like, at the end of the day, what the fuck would an alien be doing in my closet?
Exactly.
Why would it travel light years to get to Earth just to hide in like a 13-year-old kid's closet?
So eventually you thought it through and figured out what it was, but if you had not been able to figure that out, you would have still been left thinking, well, what the hell was in my closet?
Yeah, I wouldn't know. I mean? But realistically, it's like, okay, well, I know it wasn't an alien.
But
So you said your experience was at the prison where they do haunted tours and regular tours.
Yeah.
Because it's the not working reformatory. It's like there's no inmates in it.
See, something like that,
for
though,
people
is
who don't know.
suspicious to me because if it's a place that everyone goes and has an experience,
but they don't.
Makes me think that.
But that's the thing is everybody thinks that just because you go to this haunted prison that everybody experiences something. I've been there multiple times and done multiple ghost hunts and not had any sort of experience. But when we did go somewhere that is not typically accessible on, these ghost hunts and anything like that. I mean, we were in like the sub basement, like under where you typically do not go, and they don't typically bring people just because people are idiots and they tend to do things they're not supposed to do. So it's like,
but you think they plan on that?
No, we get that unique opportunity because we've been doing we do like a murder mystery every year, and so because we've been doing it so long, we get a certain level of privileges when it comes to this. It's not necessarily guided and structured the way that they typically are. They just kind of say, have fun. Here's some flashlights. Don't go here, here, and here. So we're just given a little bit more freedom to kind of go where we want to go. And it just happened to be that they were done working in the sub basement. And so we were able to go down there. So it's not like it was, okay, guys, we're going to go on a ghost hunt. And they're like, all right,
we're going to have to go on a ghost hunt. That's just the matter of it.
Oh, no, I already know that I want to take the podcast on a ghost hunt. I think that would be super fun.
Yeah.
But
what happened when you were down there?
So it wasn't anything like I said, I've never seen an apparition. I've never seen like shadows move or anything like that. But I had actually caught audio like on my phone because I was recording with it. And it was, so the room was pretty long. I'd say maybe like a 30 yards or so. What are you doing?
the Doctor Strange. Yeah. I'm sorry, keep going.
I don't know. Okay, go.
So I'd say the room is about 30, 40 yards long. So everybody's sitting at the end of it. And there is like a caged area at the end where they used to keep like chairs and tables and like just store that kind of stuff. Well, it's like in the dark corner of it. So the dude was like, does anybody want to go back there? And like the rest of us will be quiet. We'll turn off the flashlights. We'll just kind of ask questions, whatever. And me being the idiot, not being able to, I was like, yeah, I'll do it. Fuck it. And so I went down there and I was just kind of standing by myself and like caught audio in my phone of like answering like no to a question, but it was like no, like just like really loud into the microphone. And I know for a fact there was no one else there. There's no windows, there's no doors, so there was no possibility for like a breeze or anything like that. I didn't feel any breeze.
Wait, do you still have that?
I don't, unfortunately. I wish I did. No, I seriously do. That is like when I got my new phone, I was so mad that I erased that audio. I was livid. I was so angry. because that was like, I was like, oh my God, did I delete that audio? I was so pissed. But no, I did have that. And like I said, I kick myself every day because I deleted it. But it was like the coolest thing to listen to it back and be like, oh shit. Because like I heard it a little bit, but like it was definitely louder like in the microphone. But like for me, that was like my one thing that was really cool. So, but it was something that I couldn't rationally explain. Like I said, there's no ducts, there's no doors, there's no windows. Everybody else was at least 40 yards away from me, so it wasn't like there was anybody beside me.
Would you say that the most, if it wasn't a ghost, it could be like just distortion in the video itself? Like maybe you're just hearing but I hear customers who come in and tell me like their address to their house. And I type in something that's completely, totally different than what they say.
Yeah.
Would you say it could be that?
I would say the possibility would be extremely low, just because it's a different frequency than the rest of what's on my. There's nothing else on my audio. It's just grainy, and then you have something at a distinctly lower frequency come in. You know what I mean? So it's just. I mean, when you would look at the audio waves, it's a distinct jump, so it's not like it was anything else. So I don't know. Like I said, until it can be explained as something else, that's what I'm gonna.
Yeah. Well, it's like in our audio, like our last podcast episode, there's static in the middle of it.
Yeah, but like we know what is causing that static.
I don't know what's doing that. I don't know if it's what it is. It's ghost.
It's electrical interference.
The most logical explanation is it's ghost.
But yeah, that's
more realistically, it's probably the TV that it's too close to one of the mics, and that's what I think it is. But I mean, you know.
And we've essentially determined that by moving my mic.
Yeah.
It was.
I would be amiss if I did not describe this Vsauce minefield episode on belief. It's super fascinating. No, I need to get into it. Don't you fucking stop me.
Let Emily explain yours.
Yeah, I want to know what Emily's is.
Okay, fine. All right.
We'll save yours for last.
All right.
Emily?
Okay. So starting in about 4th grade, I started to see things on occasion.
Mm-hmm. Like in your house?
Like,
or just in general?
You saw like
in
physical
general.
things. Like you could actually see something.
Yes. And I know that sounds insane. That sounds crazy. But I'll describe to you what I saw. So my mom was a secretary at a church.
What?
And my brother and I were playing hide and seek in the church. You're probably not supposed to do that, but
yeah, we used to do
we used to do that all the time.
Yeah.
So we were bored, so we were playing hide and seek. So I was to go hide, and I went into the sanctuary, and I was hiding up on the altar.
See, that's where you messed up.
My brother hadn't come in yet, but at the other end of the sanctuary, I saw a shadowed figure behind the doors, and I could tell it was looking at me because you get that feeling like, oh, it's someone's looking at me. I couldn't see a face because it was all black, and then it turned and walked into the wall.
Oh, and screw that.
I thought, because I wanted to think it was my brother, and he came in from the other end of the sanctuary, and I ran because that scared me so bad.
And like, I feel like as a kid too, you try and rationalize it as anything else other than it goes like, oh, well, I just saw a shadow, or I just saw this, or I just saw that.
Since this is a comedic podcast, and I'll just throw my 2 cents in there.
Yeah.
A lot of these churches, they do have the pedophilic walls where you can.
Oh my god!
Where the
comedy, ladies and gentlemen, comedy,
classic comedy.
Jesus,
but
Christ.
no, okay.
I'm taking you seriously.
So, and to vouch for that experience, my mom would be up there a lot because she was the secretary, and a lot of the time there was no one else in there, and she would hear footsteps coming up and down the stairs all the time.
So secondhand account.
So she started locking her door because, I mean, what do you do?
Could they actually be people though? Did she go and look?
No, yeah, she would look. There was no
Yeah,
one.
but still, I mean, you hear footsteps, you don't know where they're coming from. You just lock the door. It doesn't, it's just sketchy.
And she sketched it up for residual haunting, like you were talking about. And she said sometimes her door would be locked, and she would hear her door knob jiggling. And she would look over, and because there was a window on the door, and there was no one there.
You know what? This shit makes me think, like, I remember being a little kid and, like, just doing stupid shit, like hiding around the sanctuary, moving stuff. And I wonder if I gave somebody an experience where they're like, fucking ghosts! There's ghosts out here!
Can you imagine if these people have this awesome ghost story and it turns out it was just Alex being an asshole?
You know, because I remember being a little kid sneaking around, like, jiggling doorknobs, trying to get in,
though,
you know.
Like, my brother, like, when he was little, he used to sit at the bottom of the stairs when he was probably 3 or 4 and just laugh up at the top of the stairs for hours. He would just sit there. And, like, even my mom was like, shit's not normal. Like, you know, and, like, even my grandma, like, heard something on, like, Bella's baby monitor one time. And, like, I mean,
some signs level?
No, not signs level. No, but like, I mean, my grandma, being the most like pious Catholic woman that I ever knew, like, did not believe in ghosts, did not, you know, believe in any of that. And she was like, I heard something on that baby monitor. And I'm like, if Grandma Savati says it happened, it happened. Like,
Yeah.
yeah.
So, having to do with the baby monitor thing, my friend actually, one of her relatives was mute, and she was in her bedroom, and they had like a baby monitor like for the person who was taking care of her in the house.
Yeah.
And the person taking care of her heard a man's voice, and they thought maybe it was she had the TV on. Well, they went up there, and sure enough, there was no TV. And
I don't know that you realize what kind of, like, rabbit hole you've
I do understand that baby monitors can pick up on so many different frequencies. So,
right,
you know, I do understand that baby monitors are not the best options. You know,
I hate that we finally found something to talk about, but we are at an hour and 41 minutes. So I want Alex to be able to explain his thing real quick.
Yeah,
and then we got to end.
Can I explain a little bit more though?
I'll let Alex decide.
Sure.
Sure.
There you go.
Okay. It is decided.
So, in 4th grade,
ooh, I'm getting older now.
I was sitting in one of the classrooms.
Alexander.
It's been doing that this whole time.
I know. Anyway,
I mean, it's Spooktober, so I feel like this is an appropriate time to talk about this.
Yeah, why have we not?
We have to go on a ghost hunt.
I know.
We're gonna do it.
We have to do it like after. We have to do it like after the
I'm doing it in
the
costume.
Halloween season though, because
I'm gonna have my wizard beard.
Because currently there's like the haunted house that's set up, so
yeah,
kind of restricts us. But anyway, continue, Emily.
So I was sitting in the classroom, and it was like reading or something, and I felt like something was staring at me. So I looked over, and it was a similar black hooded figure. And as soon as I looked over, it went into the ground. Like you know how the snap happened and it was like ashy? That's what happened when it went to the ground. And I know that sounds insane, but that's what I saw.
I'm glad you do.
I can like see it in my head though. Like, it freaks me out.
Yeah, it gives you goosebumps. Yeah, it's freaky. It scared me. It scared me really bad. Those were the 2 times that I saw something that I did not have a good feeling about.
Yeah. And that's the thing too, is like when you get that like not okay feeling.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Now, I did have another experience.
Oh, that was my other experience.
How about
this next week,
let's wait for.
I gotta talk about this next week.
Yeah, we'll
those were all my bad experiences.
I know we could talk. I know we could talk about your good ones and my bad one next week, or on Thursday.
Yes.
Okay.
How about that?
Now that I know,
write it down
we have
so we
something
know.
to talk about, because I want to talk about aliens too.
Yeah.
But
hell yeah! All right, Alex, do explain this YouTube video.
All right.
You're so excited about it.
All of Vsauce's Minefield videos are free on YouTube. It's very exciting. They're all very good and very well done.
Thank you for the advertisement.
So one of them was on beliefs. It was very fascinating. Okay. It doesn't get into like too deep into beliefs, but he gets into like the formation of beliefs and how we start to come to believe certain things. So one of the first things he did was he made a game show, a fictional game show called I think it was like Mind Vault or something like that. People will go into this room and there's a button, big red button in the center of the room, and then there's a cash dispenser. Now every 30 seconds it'll give out a $1 bill. Now what they found was, while there were a few people that didn't follow this pattern, most people would start to believe that the things that they were doing were affecting the money coming out.
Gotcha.
So this one lady was like, it's the button. You know, if you hit the button so many times, the money comes out. And some people get really complex with it. They would be like, okay, well, if you step outside the vault and you come back in and then hit the button and you got like this process,
when
then
in
you'll
reality,
get $1.
it only took them 30 seconds.
When in reality, it only took them 30 seconds. Yeah. So they could see in real time people start to form these beliefs and then patterns and then act on them. And it demonstrated the human brain's need to figure things out,
to rationalize,
and to it is super fascinating. He can explain it a million times better than I do. I really suggest you watch it. And then there was another experiment where they got people in to do an experimental procedure where they had a lot of scientific imagery, but a lot of religious imagery. And they had people, they had a guy come in like a priest, and they did this whole thing. And it was all fictional. I don't even remember if the guy was a real priest or not. I don't think he was. But people reported like, oh yeah, I felt this presence over me, or I felt this or that. And it was very fascinating. And they described their findings in a lot better detail than I could attempt to describe here. But I suggest you watch it. It's a good video.
For that last experiment that he did, even Vsauce said there's no way to tell if they were lying or being truthful.
But again, that's the same way with even your guys' accounts.
Oh yeah, anybody.
It's hard to say. Unless you were there, it's really hard to say.
Exactly.
My whole thing is that we just don't have any real proof of it, because all the stuff that's come out to be like so damning, and it just turns out it's like I remember the one where there was. I remember back in the day there was that flying saucer.
Yeah.
But really, it was somebody who threw it was like a tinfoil, not tinfoil, but like a frisbee or something, something like it. Yeah. And zoomed in, it looks like a spacecraft, but really it was just like your perception makes it seem like it's
somebody tells you what it is, and you look at it, you're like, holy shit.
Oh yeah, it is, but really it's that. So that was like a big unless you were there kind of thing.
Yeah.
And obviously everyone there was like, obviously somebody fucking threw that. It's not an alien.
If something's not falsifiable, there's nearly 100% chance that I probably won't believe
it. And again, who am I to say that shit's not real? But at the same time, I just feel like we would have more. And the feelings and you just having that, even with yours, that feeling of someone watching, that's, I have that feeling whenever I have if I turn all the lights off sometimes, I'm just walking through the house. It's just it can be very creepy because I'm just so used to it being daylight, not being dark. So I just feel like there's something there, but there's nothing there. I turn on the lights, there's nothing there.
Yeah, I feel like a lot of times it's just apprehension because we don't like the dark. We don't like not being able to see what's around us. So I would rather be in a closet in the dark than in an open room in the dark. You know what I mean?
It's the whole hiding under your covers because it gives you a sense of you're in a safe.
I still
space.
don't like underneath my bed when it's dark in my room. Still don't like it.
I got too much shit under there. I'd hear him down there oh fuck.
Well, that's have you guys seen that meme?
Is that a jizz rag? What is
Have you seen that meme where it's if your charger falls behind your bed and you go to reach for it and then there's a hand that grabs it and it's every kid's
you know how you saw that?
It's what your bed demon sees.
Yeah. You take a shit and you put it under that bed. And
no demon,
demon's gonna want to be under there. It's foolproof.
Yeah, exactly. It's
perfect. No ghosts or aliens or creatures or uncles are gonna be under your bed.
Okay, so basically, I know if I walk into your room and it smells like literal shit, I can just break up with you then and there.
You can, but at the same time, why would you break up with someone who's so prepared?
Yeah, he's got it figured out. He's making the moves out here.
Yeah.
No, I'm leaving you.
All right.
I knew you had to
We're done with the podcast, not our relationship. That's not what
I
was saying there. But Thanks everyone for listening. Our next episode will be, I don't even know what the date is today.
Today's the 14th. 13th? 13th.
The 13th.
This one comes out the 14th. The next one will be the 17th.
17th.
This is episode 17.
God, it's literally just a few days later, and I can never get it right.
Yeah, and then we may or may not.
We may have a guest.
Monday podcast next week. It just kind of all depends.
Yeah, I have to figure out how we're gonna do that. I've got to go to the National Guard this weekend, so I don't know how we're gonna be.
We may postpone it for Josh's his service to our country.
Yes, that, or we're gonna record, on Thursday.
So we're gonna record Wednesday and Thursday.
Yes, it'll be like
Tuesday
whatever.
And Thursday.
Yeah, we can figure out how we're gonna do it.
Figure it out.
Wednesday I have off work, so that'd be the best day to record something. If anything, we could just record 2 that day. We can record
the continuation of this one and then a new one.
And we can record, and then we can go off and do something.
Yeah.
Maybe we could all go see a movie, go watch something, or go do something, and then we'll come back.
We're gonna go to Spirit Halloween and get some wizard costumes.
Hell yeah!
I'm fine with that.
Yeah.
We gotta learn the wizard rap from Workaholics.
Oh god!
Oh my god!
Jesus, dude.
All right. Anyway, thanks for bearing with our craziness today.
Yep. God, we're almost at 2 hours.
No.
We really got into that ghost. That first half is gonna be so horrible to listen.
It's gonna be so rough. I'm sorry, guys.
All right. Thanks for listening, everyone. See you on the 17th.
Tag your it.
Tag your it.
Tag your it.
Tag your it.
Say it, Emily.
I did.
I know you did, but you're always like last, so it just threw me off. I thought maybe a ghost.
Say it again.
We're not doing that again. All right, bye, everyone. Squad alarm, y'all.